doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back, just shaking our heads. But right now we're too fast to slow down, just slow down, just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. Just acting our age. Just acting our age.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Oakland Raiders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Hill, and he'll get this up. Only to about the 33.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, here's Manning. He's got time in the pocket. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Willie Brown, the one to make the tackle. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Manning to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2 yards to go here on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick here is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. carry now for Keith Marshall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. And even though that last drive yielded points, it was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it. Although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out. But when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give them a little nod of respect to the kicker, like, congratulations. But you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything big.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can not give up anything big on this drive.
Still first down.
Throwing now is Manning. Underneath here to Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Second down now after the incompletion. They come out here in the eye.
Watching now, Barney. Here we go now.
Now Marshall. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Manning to throw on second down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now Manning. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They come up in an offset eye. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
You know, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Still first down.
Allen alone to the right. To throw, it's Manning. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here's the option going right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a second and long to start things out. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So 3rd and 15, and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Manning, probably the wise decision there, no. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them zero favors with that return.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Now, check, Patriot!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go now. Blue, landing. Over. Back down in that Philly. Here we go. Watching that, Barney. 3-19. 3-19. Mike, 56, right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
4 down. Here we go now.
They'll run with Marshall. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Green 39.
This is Marshall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Here we go now.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Allen alone to the right. From the gun, it's Manning. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw is Manning. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Manning to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Green, 39.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal set. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And quickly, they get to the line.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here.
Fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Detroit! Detroit! Touch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Caught right side is Jeffrey. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go now.
Back to throw again. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. Watch it now, Marty. Green, 39.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, second and goal. And here's Marshall. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On first down, Manning surveying the field. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. That throw good for 4. It's second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
On second down, here's Manning. They set up the screen to Hill. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Hill, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And some room to roam now. The 30. Touchdown, L.A. Jeremy Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Let's go. Blue landing.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got time. And he comes back with one complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
Let's see if they can figure that out right here. Here's Manning to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Rams are going to get a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down, Hill trucks through him.
Oh, man.
There goes Jeremy Hill. Touchdown, L.A. Jeremy Hill with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Here comes Grant on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep.
Alshon Jeffrey. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And how about that, giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it. And right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And a look at Jeremy Hill as he heads back out there now. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So after being silenced a week ago, he's not being silenced here in this one. And you knew a guy like him wouldn't be held down for 2 straight weeks.
Feels like they just decided to game plan early to get him involved and get him off the schneid, because you don't want a week like last week to linger. Just give the ball to him early and let him turn in a big-time performance, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Shotgun now for Manning. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. A gain of 6 there on first.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Manning to throw on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right, the sync just wasn't there.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. And the numbers, they sort of do the talking. Great game last week. Sharp again here in this one.
Sometimes you set habits with how you play, don't you? I mean, you start to put things together, you string them together, and the confidence continues to rise. And guess what? We're seeing that happen in front of us. Back-to-back weeks of really good play.
And the confidence certainly must be continuing to grow.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Detroit. Detroit. Over. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Check. Patriot. Patriot. There we go now. Green 39. Green. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Manning will try again on second down. Underneath here to Hill. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now Manning, and this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Here comes Grant on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back to
Alshon Jeffrey. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Alshon Jeffrey finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect, because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway, because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Hill, the lone setback. Throwing on first down is Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now Manning finding time. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to throw. Manning looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And they're going to speed things up here. Manning going to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. To throw is Manning. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now Manning. Underneath here to Hill. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jeremy Hill with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Now let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got time in the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. In the red zone this time.
Now let's go. 3-19. Leopard.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Yeah, it looks like they might be expecting a pass, an extra DB in on 3rd and goal.
That's how the game has changed.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Down the numbers. There he goes. 30, 20, 10, 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Defense. The penalty is declined.
And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. The kick up, the kick good, and they tack that final point on.